Hey everybody, welcome to Prepper Junkie. Today we're going to go over the AccuPoint by Trijicon. This is the 1-6, it's a TR25. As I say, it's a 1-6x24. And let's go ahead and open up and see what you get. Alright, so you got a scope cover, obviously branded Trijicon. You got your typical kind of lens pen here, sticker, manual, kind of a warranty card, things like that. And let's go ahead and pull this out here so we can have a close-up look at it. Okay, so I'm going to take these caps off. I'm not a fan, but it's better than nothing. You can see here, it attaches with the elastic. Alright, so as this is an AccuPoint, this does not run on batteries, okay? So this doesn't have an LED light or anything like that in, hence there's no illumination knob on the left-hand side like you would typically see. However, what you do see on here is what is not normally on anything else, and this is the fiber optic at the back here. So it runs on fiber optic and tritium. And so if you're out in bright daylight, if it's too bright, or if you just want to use the etch reticle, you can turn this. As you can see, the green disappearing there. This is a green reticle. This will dim the reticle, the light on there. And if you switch it all the way off, that'll take it out. You can just use the etch reticle if you want to do precise shooting. The nice thing with this reticle is it does have a very fine dot, so it's really good for those precision shots. I wouldn't say this is great for close quarter combat. If you're looking to be as quick as a red dot, I don't think it will be, because the dot is very fine. It doesn't draw your eye to it naturally for me. I mean, you can see it just fine, but it's not very big. It's a very, very fine dot. So again, excellent for precision shooting, going out to those, 6x, and you want to hit something way out there. That's where it's going to really shine. For me, not so much, as I say, for the close quarter combat. Moving on, you don't need to buy a throw lever for these, which is really nice. It has one built in here. It is very smooth, as you would expect. It's a little tight, but you don't want it to be not super tight. Like as I say, you don't want to be able to knock it and move it. So I think it's kind of just right. And so yeah, so it's really nice that, as I say, it saves you buying for a throw lever. You can add a larger one on there. So if you want to put one on to extend this up, if this is too short for you, you can extend that just fine. So moving along, we have the cap turrets here. Close up look here. Get that to focus. There we go. With this a little closer so my mic can hear it, so I should be able to hear these. Hopefully you can hear them. Very tactile, very audible. They're very nice. Obviously, we have the windage and elevation. Nothing changes there. Moving forward, you can see that it is marked Trijicon 1-6x24. The glass clarity on these is excellent. It's got a huge field of view at 1x, and the glass clarity, as I say, is very, very nice. It's not as nice as, say, an ACOG. I would say it's up there with the Razor. For sure, they're very comparable, I think. They're both very nice glass quality. So yeah, I'm gonna fly when I get in the video here. And obviously we have this at the back here for focusing. So I'll put that down there. It is second focal plane, which is, and it has, the eye relief is huge on this too. It's very similar to kind of what we're experiencing now with high-end optics. It's got a 4-inch eye relief, which is super nice. So if you're going to mount this, obviously this is a 30mm tube. If you're going to mount this, just bear in mind that when you mount this, you might want an offset mount, because the eye relief is so long on this, being 4 inches. You might want an 1.2" offset 30mm mount for it. Oh, I did forget to mention the clicks on here are quarter click MOA. Now, the construction is 6061 T6 aluminum, and it's Trijicon. You kind of expect these awesome quality, really rugged optics. And now I obviously haven't thrown this about to see how durable it is. Unfortunately, I'm not made of money, and I do have to pay for these optics myself. I would love for companies to send them to me so I could try out how durable they are, but since I can't, and as I say, I'm not going to, we'll just need to hope that Trijicon kind of stays true to their nature, make some really rugged optics. All right, so it weighs in at 19.2 ounces without a mount, and that's pretty good for a 1-6. Now, some of the weight savings obviously is not having the illumination and the LED and electronics inside. That does save some weight. So, for example, my Razer HD Gen 2 is something like 26 ounces or something like that. It's really heavy. I mean, it's a brilliant optic, but it is very, very heavy. So the weight savings on a 1-6 with the AccuPoint is really nice. Again, you know, you could add a mount if you want to keep this lightweight. You could add maybe the Aero Precision lightweight mount. If you want to add, if you don't mind adding a little bit more weight, obviously you could throw in a QD mount or whatever you want. But just bear in mind, you might want an offset, as I said. Okay, so let's go into, oh, before I skip, I almost forgot something. It's submersible. Some people like to know this. It's only submersible, I shouldn't say only, but it's only submersible to 10 feet. So if you want to go swimming with it, you're just fine. If you want to go scuba diving with it, not the best one to go with. Now it does come with multiple reticles, and I did mention this is a standard duplex with that fine reticle. As I say, for precision shots, perfect. For close quarter combat, it's not for me. Personally, I would go with the triangle post if you're looking for something that's going to work. If you're primarily going to be using it a little closer, the triangle. Now the triangle, people say, well, you can't get those fine shots, but you can work with it. There's no perfect, I feel like there's no perfect optic out there. There's always something going to be not how we want it, right? So the triangle post is great for close quarter combat. As you get further out, it's going to make it harder and harder to get those really precision shots, but you could use the tip of the triangle to make those. So yeah, anyway, just something to keep in mind. There's a few other ones out there. I haven't experienced them yet, but there is some other reticles out there. So make sure you look into those and make sure you get something that you need and want. Okay, so I'm going to throw in the Steiner just as a comparison in size, just so you guys can see it. This is the P4XI. If you haven't ever used a Steiner, or if you haven't seen my review, check it out. The Steiner P4XI is an excellent optic. It's a 1-4. It does make it a little shorter than the 1-6 here. Without the mount, the Steiner comes in at 17.3 ounces. So just 2 more ounces, which is really nothing. You can get an extra 2x. So, and that's just by saving, as I say, the illumination and electronics. If you want a 1-4, I highly recommend the Steiner P4XI. It's an incredible piece of kit, excellent glass. Anyway, all right. Negatives, just, you know, the only negatives, as I say, I've kind of mentioned, is for close quarter combat with the reticle this one has, is probably not what you're looking for. The other negative, you know, I don't know if I should really put this as a negative. I mean, price is always going to be one of those things. It's kind of what it is, but the price is coming about $950. Now, I feel like when you start getting into this kind of price range, you know, you're getting that excellent glass, you're getting the brand, you're getting the ruggedness, and you're just kind of paying for it. It's just how it is. So it's an excellent piece of gear for sure. So yeah. All right, I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out if I can. I'll put in a link in the description for this AccuPower, along with the triangle post one if you want in the close quarter combat, or kind of you want to go down that road. I'll put that one in here. And if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, please do. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. All right, folks, that's it. Have a great one. See you next time.